Hey guys, got some great news here. Sydney EV show, got my electric skateboard working, so I'll be getting around on this and then I'll be taking this to China. Yeah, anyway, it wasn't, and I fixed it. So what's going to happen in America? Is Donald Trump going to do the same thing? Is he going to fix all of America's problems? Well, guys, this is a pretty complex issue. I know there's a lot of feelings around this, a lot of emotions around this. As well, Jim Rohn would say, humanity is the intelligent management of human emotions. Can we do that when we have a look at this issue? Can we intelligently manage our own emotions when we look at what's going on in the United States? Elon Musk, well, he's obviously one of the most polarizing people right now in the United States. Some people love him. Some people who used to hate him now love him. Some people used to love him now hate him. I mean, things all over the shop, and Musk obviously doesn't really care. So what's going to happen? Well, one Tesla analyst, one of the most successful analysts in history, has spoken up on what he thinks. And so has one analyst you might not have heard of, but you should have heard of him. And I'll put a link to his X or Twitter page because he's sharing some information that is really fascinating. Hello, my friends. Welcome to the channel. I'm Sam Evans. You're watching the Electric Viking. Great to have you with us. Can't wait to have you with us at the Sydney EV show, 8th, 9th and 10th. I know I'm spooking it a lot, but I'd love to see you there. I'll be speaking about Tony Sebe's predictions and how they relate to today, how they relate to 2024 and what they mean for the future. So make sure you come along. I'll put a link in the description. Tesla Bull is estimating that because of this Trump administration, the fact that Elon Musk probably has a bit of power now in the US government, so rather than the US government fighting against him, which to be fair, even if you are a big Democrat fan, you guys know that I said a lot of positive things about the Democrats. Even if you are a fan, you have to admit it is true. They did intentionally drive a wedge between themselves and Tesla. That was intentional. That was cognitive. That was something they did. They were very aware that they did that. And now that's changed. Now it's possible Trump could say, haha, I got what I wanted, see you later. Or it's possible that Trump could say, okay, you do have a bit more free reign now. We're going to basically, you want to get full self-driving to work? Yeah, we'll try and get it working, right? We'll try and get it approved, basically. Now, I don't know if that's going to happen. No idea. But Wedbush Security Senior Equity Analyst Dan Ives provided his insights into what could happen from a Trump presidency. He said a Trump presidency may be negative for the general electric vehicle sector, but it would be highly beneficial to Tesla. Tesla stock did, or Tesla's share price did climb significantly after the election results. So it looks like the market thinks this is true. In an interview with CNBC, I've said that Trump's win is actually a dream scenario for Tesla bulls. I've estimated that a Trump win could push Tesla to a market cap of up to 1.5 trillion. Now, obviously, Tesla's not even worth half that right now. So that could more than double Tesla's share price. He said it's a dream scenario for any Tesla bull. I think this could ultimately add $40 to $50 per share to Tesla stock right off the bat, as in, within weeks. We could now be talking about a 1 trillion, 1.5 trillion market cap for Tesla. Because first off, from an EV perspective, Trump will pull the EV tax credit. But that, from a scale and scope perspective, is positive for Tesla. The key reason Tesla is the only company in the United States that makes any money selling EVs. So even if Tesla's the EV incentives are removed, Tesla can still reduce prices even more and still not make a loss on their cars. That's one of the key differences here. Apart from a boost to its market cap, Teslarati says that Ives estimates a Trump administration could well fast-track Tesla's efforts to deploy its self-driving vehicle fleet. And this is what I agree with. He will fast-track autonomous full self-driving. Cybercab could get pulled forward by about a year. I think it could be more than that. This is really, if you're a Tesla bull, if you wake up to this is exactly what you'd want to see. And of course, Musk will clearly have a big voice in a Trump administration. Now, hold your horses here. This video is not me praising Trump. I know people are emotional right now. Hold your horses. People have unsubscribed. People have said some pretty nasty things to me, even though I haven't supported either party. So, let's just keep a level head. Here's what he went on to say. I think that would be a top initiative to fast-track full self-driving autonomous. There's been a lot of regulatory hurdles, and this is something that Musk has talked about at Robotaxi Day. Obviously, the initial sentiment was negative. This is going to be the key, because ultimately I think Tesla is the most undervalued AI name in the market. And you look what's happened here. It's just going to unlock that opportunity for Tesla and Musk. I agree that Tesla is the most underrated or undervalued artificial intelligence company in the market. Now, price to earnings, if you compare them to NVIDIA, it's actually not that different. Surprisingly. NVIDIA is doing really well. But at the same time, the truth is, NVIDIA just sells chips, which are really valuable, but they don't actually really do anything fundamental. Uber is waiting for these robotaxis to be approved. I mean, Tesla's waiting for this to happen. This would unlock potentially, an enormous market cap. I think Tesla stock would potentially triple within the space of a week if Tesla was to get approval for their full self-driving. Now, that's a way off, though. That's a way off. And I want to share with you what Oz Bandit said. I'll put a link to Oz Bandit. He's an EV Curve futurist. That's his handle, at EV Curve futurist. And he said, "Not the outcome many hope for, but time to move past feelings and look forward to the future. With Elon Musk and RFK in Trump's corner, we're set for huge strides in artificial intelligence, space, energy, humanoid robots, and full self-driving. Big changes are coming." Now, guys, I want to make it very clear here. Even a lot of these people are saying this kind of thing, like EV Curve futurist of Oz Bandit, he doesn't believe that Trump intends to turn America into take it away from being a democracy. He believes that, this is all in the context that Trump is going to do his 4 years and then he's going to go off and retire. And who knows, maybe be dead. I mean, he's 78 years old. How many people live past 82? What's the average life expectancy, right? Yeah. By the time he's finished in office, he'll be about to turn, he's not far off being 79. He'll be 83 years old. So in context, by that age, he might be Sleepy Joe himself. He might be a reincarnation of Joe Biden. He might be missing his words and not just... You can expect that. Age matters, right? Age is a factor. Now, Oz Bandit says there will be a massive boost in energy infrastructure. With a push to ramp up energy production across renewables, nuclear, and other sources, this could lead to significant advances in energy availability and resilience, which is crucial for powering artificial intelligence and tech-driven economies. Now, could there be a decline in EV sales? There could be, for sure. I think there's a chance, probably likely, in fact, I believe. Increased investment in battery storage is set to happen, though. To support the renewable expansion, demand for battery storage will surge, and it already is, and I don't see that stopping from a Trump administration. And I agree with that. I don't think it will stop. I believe that people think it will. I don't think it will. But I know not everyone agrees with that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. This could lead to breakthroughs in battery technology, driving down costs and improving efficiency for EVs, grid storage, and personal energy solutions. Batteries will be much cheaper in 5 years' time. I estimate 50% of the price that they are today in the United States. I'm not talking about China. I'm talking about in the United States. And that comes down to the investment. Literally more than $100 billion has been committed to building battery factories, battery plants over the next 10 years. In fact, less than 10 years in the United States. That will massively reduce prices. Deregulation, fueling faster technology progress. Less regulatory red tape could speed up tech innovation, especially for disruptive technologies like artificial intelligence, advanced robotics, and autonomous vehicles, allowing for rapid experimentation and deployment. Now, obviously, if you're a Democrat, you wouldn't believe that's the case, but that is possible. It is possible. Less red tape could do that. Less safety, less red tape. Personally, I like less red tape. That's the way I am personally. I can't help that. I'm just like that personally. Enhanced focus on military and AI tech. With an emphasis on military AI, we could see rapid development in AI that might trickle down to civilian applications, potentially driving advancements in sectors like healthcare, transportation, and manufacturing. Things like Tesla robots will be able to do your work for you, take the bins out for you. Don't know if that's a good thing long term because they're going to take your job, but for quite a while before they take your job, they'll have to do a lot of stuff for you. A lot of people predict that's going to happen. Renewed push for US tech dominance. The drive to outpace global competition, particularly from China, could lead to huge investments in R&D, further accelerating breakthrough in AI, clean energy, and other next-gen technologies that could reshape global markets. Now, one thing we need to keep in mind, no one keeps track of this, but I want to start a spreadsheet to show that the lawsuits Tesla has been dealing with over the past 2 years. Tesla is in court 24 hours a day, 24/7. They're in court, and I'm talking the most frivolous, bizarre lawsuits you can possibly imagine, and they drag on and on and on infinitum, forever. It is a waste of resources, it's a waste of time, it's a waste of money. No one would disagree with that. Now, will this new Trump administration mean some of those lawsuits might go away? Maybe. I mean, is that legal? Well, maybe not. But that may be one of the changes we're going to see. Businesses are getting sued constantly in the United States. And guess what? Some of them are legit. Some of these cases are, okay, I'll give you credit, they're fine, they're legitimate. Many of them are ridiculous. Many of them are an embarrassment on the American country itself. Guys, I love America more than Australia, more than pretty much any Australian does. But it's true, it's an embarrassment. I read about these lawsuits all the time. That's one of the things that some of this red tape could change. I don't know. But I'm hoping that, all these lawsuits, they're holding up development. They're holding up companies from succeeding. They're holding up progress. Could progress speed up over the next 4 years? Well, I honestly think it would have sped up regardless of who was in power, whether that's Trump or Harris. I think both sides will help speed up innovation and progress. I know it sounds like it's not true for some people, but I believe that's what's going to happen. Now, I agree that this decision for some people is going to be hard to take. But actually, I think America's been improving over the past 8 years with both people in power. People are going to hate me saying that it has. America has been getting better. You know what's been getting worse? The media feeding you a bunch of fucked up lies. They are lying to you about the divisions, about the racism, about the crime everywhere. There's just constant negativity and fear spewing from the media, and it's getting worse. They're what's getting worse. That's what's getting worse. That is the biggest problem with the United States. The media. And the media are doing this because they're desperately clawing for your clicks. What are they doing? Look at people like Fred Lambert. Look, he didn't used to do what he does, right? He didn't used to, but now he feels he has to. Why? There's so much competition in this space. Guys, it is a tough environment. And the mainstream media, they're being listened to less than ever before. So they're making the most extreme, insane things. Does anyone really honestly believe Donald Trump is Hitler? Come on. The media are telling us this stuff, right? To drive fear, to drive clicks. Let's move away from that. Let's not, both sides of the aisle, let's not support this kind of media sensationalism. Let's be logical, emotionally stable people and admit the reality is actually America's a pretty amazing place. Things are going well. There's so many positive developments in the United States. Just because the media is telling you a constant story of fear and negativity doesn't mean it's actually true.